guys mind if I come over any of your houses for Thanksgiving?
I mean, I don't mind, but why are you trying to come over?
It's because I never celebrated it in my household. I'm still Japanese, remember?
Right. Yeah, sure.
Really? You'll let me join in on your festivities? Yay! Hello, all you real people, and happy Thanksgiving! I hope you all are fat and happy out there today. Oh, me? I can't exactly change my body drastically. The perks of being a tune. But don't worry, everyone, because I still got leftovers for anyone who wants to be fed properly. And of course, welcome to a wonderful and special episode of Animation, Music, and Video Game Reviews. But we just call it AMV Reviews for short here, okay? I'm your host, Aoi. Say it with me now. Aoi. And I'm the A for animation. Speaking of food, I would love to know what some Americans that call Turkey Day, what that means to you real people. For me, I don't have a meeting because I don't have a tradition, nor do I celebrate it. You see, even though I was born in the US, my parents are still of Japanese tradition. Everything we celebrate is within our culture, except Christmas. There's not too many people I know that doesn't celebrate that. More lore out of the way, I would actually like to talk about cartoon episodes that do their best representation of Thanksgiving. This is a top 5 episode list as always. But this time, instead of anime, we're going to be talking about Western animations only. Again, this list is in no particular order, especially since I cannot confirm which episode is better than the other from the outside. Are you guys ready? Let's go! First pick is Family Guy's episode, Thanksgiving with the Griffins. I found this episode to be very interesting because at first it seems like a very normal Thanksgiving is about to happen. But then I had to remember that this is Family Guy, so no episode is normal. In this episode, Joe's son Kevin comes back home from Iraq after being declared dead for so long. During his time back, in the dinner with the main family cast, you'll find out that Kevin has been lying to Joe about what he was doing during the war. Not only does this upset Joe, but this leads him to arrest Kevin. He eventually doesn't due to the speech given from his son. What I got from this episode is that while family comes together on the holidays, we get so bent up on what each other is doing or accomplishing instead of cherishing the moments that we have together, because that moment might just be our last. The second pick is Rick and Morty's episode, Thanksploitation Spectacular. That's a mouthful. While I know I just talked about Family Guy a few seconds ago, I would like to put a mature warning up for this show due to it being Rick and Morty alone. Now, in this episode, you begin to understand that Rick and the president have been silently beefing with each other since the last season. Well, in this case, since Thanksgiving's coming up, Rick is trying to do his traditional turkey pardoning that each president does every year to actual turkeys. The president is aware that Rick is trying to be pardoned as a turkey again. So, he tries to sabotage his plans by turning soldiers into turkeys to take Rick out. The whole plan goes left on both ends, and the awkward truth about turkey pardoning comes into the light, forcing Rick and the president to come together and fight the current threat. What I got from this episode is that we worry too much about tradition instead of trying new things and evolving. Of course, tradition is good, but so is proper progression. My third pick is Craig and the Creeks episode, Craig at the Kids Table. This particular cartoon separates himself from the rest with his cast alone. But moving on, in this episode, a young young man named Bernard is trying to sit at the grown-ups table for the first time at Thanksgiving. Also that he can have what he considers adult conversations. But situations are keeping him from being able to do so. Eventually, after several fiascos happen, the family finally provides an open seat for Bernard at the grown-ups table, but he happily declines. Also that he can spend more Thanksgiving with his little brother Greg. Oh boy. I just gotta ask, is that how your Thanksgivings go, Mr. McCall?
No comment.
Aw, come on, don't be shy.
I always stay focused on the show. Come on.
Oh, right. Sorry. What I learned from this episode is that you should be thankful for where you came from. Your time will come. But for now, enjoy as much of now as you can. Fourth pick is going to be Miami Girls episode, Best Thanksgiving Ever. In this episode, Miami Girls get to see their grandmother for Thanksgiving. This occasion basically never gets to happen because their grandmother is usually in Puerto Rico. I also know this feeling. My grandparents still live in Japan, so I rarely get to see them as well. Only time is usually during the holidays. But this time, she decides to come to the US to spend time with her family. Unfortunately, whatever was planned throughout the days she spent there backfired completely. But gratefully, all the grandmother wanted to do was spend time with her family.
Aww.
And that's all she was grateful for. What I got out of this episode is that sometimes we go a little too hard for our visiting family members. And sometimes all they want to do is just see you. Not you, my real people, but you, the one planning the event. Okay, last pick is Mickey Mouse Mix-Up Adventures, episode named Happy Thanksgiving Helpers. It's actually 2 episodes in one, but I'll focus on the one that I named. So, in this episode, Daisy wants to make sure that the Thanksgiving meal goes as tradition. To make a long story short, it doesn't. Actually, by the time that the dinner starts, there are no traditional course or side dishes. But it's okay, because everyone gathered around to eat together. Right? Like, is the food really that important?
I mean, what type of question are you asking?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Yes, hon, it's very important.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh. Well, it seems that my staff team needs to learn a lesson about being grateful that they have food to eat. Whether it's an expensive turkey or a can of beans. I said what I said. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my list, and I hope that you all sincerely enjoy your Thanksgiving as well. If you're wondering what I'm grateful for, it's all of you, my real people. For now, I'll be seeing you all soon.